I said anybody else would have gotten it.
They were worried that you had
watching people get on the boat. You didn't see it? 10 years ago, I would be able to see it. I said that coming out. I didn't have my glasses on. And I saw the band.
I'm not playing.
Lady in the evening about sundown, high on the hill, above the town, on the rim, that good Lord, I ring, you can hear it talk, you can hear it sing. Lady in the evening about sundown, high on the hill, above the town, on the rim, that good Lord, I ring, you can hear it talk, you can hear it sing. Hear it talking, hear it
hot water up and down the stairs. The little chicky ride and the little chicky day. The little chicky laid a hard-boiled egg.
And I am the little chickie.
How about this, Mrs. Chick?
I guess this is my dance.
She's the turkey. All right.
Go ahead, start.
Happy birthday, Dad. Always expected him to do that.
Hey, Brian. If you wanted to say happy birthday to your dad.
Happy birthday, Goomba.
Goomba. All right, let's get you two guys together. Your dad, why don't y'all
We have a
picture?
little song we've been rehearsing. Take it from the top.
You got a song for us?
Remember the Wizard of Oz?
So what, did he send you the Sesta Senso?
I'm kidding. No, we don't have
On?
Yep.
It's on. Hi, Dad. Happy birthday. Big 6-0. I love you. I'm glad that you were surprised. You're a great dad, and I hope that your next 60 years are as fulfilling as the last.
Thank you, that's great.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Happy, you ready?
Yep.
The lights on.
All set.
Happy birthday, Mel. I understand you're totally surprised and that you have some doubts about our marriage now because I'm such a consummate liar. Well, I'm so glad I surprised you, and you've certainly earned a 60th birthday party. And what better place to have it among all your friends and loved ones children, and we'll do it again with the grandchildren on your real birthday. So just relax, enjoy this, and we'll have fun.
Joke's over.
I had
The
such a feeling.
Polish guy goes into the eye doctor. The eye doctor says to him, "You read that lower line." He said, "Yeah, I know that fella."
These are old people jokes. They're coming in time for the roast, but we decided that a little tarting up would help commitment. Look at the earrings. Never too old. Thank you.
Get with the guy in the background.
Give me oh yeah.
No,
she's doing good.
you have a camera. Okay. Yeah. Just push down.
Okay, Barry.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear you. Happy birthday to you.
Let's get cheap water to stand by on that fire.
Oh, get it, Bill!
It only took 3, but with 6. While we're waiting for dessert, just a couple of announcements I'd like to make. One of them today was the most stunning announcement that I don't think anybody else knows, but I played golf with Bill today, and he said, "I'm coming out of retirement." No. He said, I said, "Bill, Diane?" I said, "Bill, now coming to business number 3, I mean, you're like Sugar Ray." And he said, "I gotta have some way to pay that liquor bill last night." Anyhow, there is a wonderful picture of the lodge that the group has gotten together. And what we'd like to do is put it on the easel in the back and to have it as a memento to Bill and the family. If you could just sign it on the way out. It'll be there, just put your John Henry on it.
That should start right now if you don't mind.
it'll be back there for a long time, so whenever you do it.
Can we say what we want? Can we write messages?
You can do anything you want as long as you don't use up all the space. You can even go to the back. And also, when the, shall we say, the program starts, any people in the back who after dessert would like to pull their chairs around, bring them up a little tighter, I think you really would be able to see the video a little bit better than the stuff. But anyhow, we're going to have dessert and then we'll get on with it.
Why don't you go where Harlem sits, pouring on the wrist, spangled gowns upon a bevy of high brown from down the levee, all misfits putting on the wrist. Why, that's where each and every Lulu Belle goes every Thursday evening with her swell bow rubbing elbows. Come with me and we'll attend their jubilee and see them spend their last 2 bits putting on the wrist.
Make them nipples?
Oh, the nipples. Nippies. Oh, say.
Oh, say.
Oh.
Sandy.
Wait till the word gets out there. It was you that did this.
I had a completely different image of you.
Don't tell anyone. That is very good.
You feel like they're going to pop up.
You make them even.
Oh,
Oh, gross.
gross.
That is gross.
That is so good. Smile on it.
I look like December, don't I?
If we got a treat for you tonight, we've got a number of very, very professional people coming tonight. For the first act, fresh from Las Vegas, where he has been the warm-up for George Burns at the Sahara. You're missing my subtle stuff. We have John, Don Rickles, Khalil. John. Now we're going to get started. Again, let me give you our first presenter, John Khalil.
Yeah, I can see. Thank you, Dan. First of all, Diane, Tina, and I want to thank you for locking us up about 12 years ago on this party tonight. Don't worry about it. My daughter Jenny's getting married tonight, but don't worry. My neighbor's gonna give her away. Bill's over here smiling. Hey, Bill, wait till Sunday afternoon you get that big, fat check from the hotel. Diane's been making about like 12 or 13 trips down here. Bill, I want to just know one thing. Tell me the truth. You think all these people are stupid? You think we're shit simple? Do you really believe that we think you didn't know about this? Bill, you'd have to be brain dead not to know. Bill, let me tell you something. This has been going on so long. I had hair. I had a widow's peak. I had a hat. I couldn't even put a hat on. It was so thick. Tell you something. There's been one secret kept longer. Fatima. Tina and I, when we got this invitation, we didn't even have a calendar to put it on. I wrote it on the wall. I got part of my house out in the car. It's got like the dates and times and etc. I could have fathered another child by now. He'd be in medical school. I take it back. He'd be head of pediatrics at Georgetown. Another thing, I suggested name tags tonight. I don't remember anybody. Miller's going around here saying, "Hi, I'm Miller Crouch. Remember me?" This is like, this whole thing has been like the coming of Jesus, like Palm Sunday. The only difference is, he came on a mule, he came in a Mercedes. I said tonight, coming over here, I looked around and I said, look, if I see a big star and 3 guys on the camels, my ass is out of here. Now, another thing, you gotta realize, Diane has made like 300 or 400 phone calls. She's completely destroyed 3 of my fax machines, tons of emails. But not only is she happy at that, we were at a wedding like 2 months ago, I think it was McCluskey's, and she cornered me, she wanted to talk about it some more. Of course, we couldn't talk about it because Fido over here kept following us around. So when we finally, with like the 5th or 6th times he comes around, he comes over his badass self, he had an attitude. Now, I have no idea what he thought was going on. He comes strolling up there and he says, well, why don't you get a motel? And I said, if you pay for it, I will. Now, I would be remiss if I would be remiss if I didn't say something nice about my 2 colleagues. By the way, we're the 36th, the 37th, and the 38th people who did not say no to this. On the far chair over here, I want to thank Our Lady Queen of the Rosary, Bill's former grammar school, for sending a class representative, Judy Banikowski. Nice outfit. By the way, she's a writer. Don't forget her to get her new book, How to Be a Hoe in a Week. Now this next guy. I'm kind of like going to introduce him. If you don't mind, I'm going to sing a little song. You remember this one? When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. Now, Dean, I got one question. What's with this Maury name? Maury. This bothers me. Like a Maury eel? Like if you tell someone good night, I'll see the Maury? Dean, I've had problems with his name all week and I've been trying to figure. I tell you what you do. Where are you from, Dean?
Right here in Washington.
Well, I suggest you go to the courthouse and maybe look up your records. Maybe Mommy and Daddy, your name was supposed to be Murray. Well, Bill, I'm sorry, that's kind of a sad group in it. We got a bone collector. We got someone with a suspect reputation. We got another one who doesn't even know what the hell his name is. and he got a little broken down liquor dealer. And the sad thing about it, Diane was thinking about making this a fundraiser. She also told me she wanted to make this a takeoff on the Stork Club. I think it'll be a takeoff on the Dork Club. Wait. Shh. Listen quietly. You hear him humming over there? He's singing to himself. Look, you know what he's singing? He's saying, you know what Bill's singing? He's looking around the room. He says, I'm the richest man in the room. I'll carry on the richest man. How do you say something about a guy who hasn't had a job since the invention of the wheel? And another thing, what do you say about a guy that sits 9 months out of the year around in his bathing suit? Then Diane gets all excited, she gets defensive, and she says, well, John, he's like working on some more projects. Well, you know, years ago when we had like the Wolf Red, he was working on a big project, and I don't know if he ever completed it, but he said, you know, he's trying to put a bubble over his neighborhood. But this year he's got 2 projects, and he's not real happy with the salt water in front of his beach house, so he like wants to change it to fresh water. And he loves his cats, and he wants to clone them. The cat's name is Tater. I think it's Molly, Dolly, or somebody named Daphne. But you know, one thing, and I would like your cooperation. I wanted to be fair tonight and objective, so what I'm going to do is this. I'd like to have an audience participation. And I know a lot of you guys out there would like this. Now what I'm going to do is this. Y'all watch David Letterman, and David Letterman always has like 10 things. Well, I got 11. So I want to say some things about Bill. Now, we didn't have the money. Bill's, you know, Diane only had an unlimited budget. She exceeded it. But we didn't have enough money to get like 100 bells and like buzzers. Like, you know, the bells go ding-a-ling-a-ling, the buzzers go eh. All right, so what we're going to do is this. Well, I want you guys, now, I'm going to like read something, and then I'm going to go like that, and I would like y'all to help me in saying what you think, if it's a true statement or a false statement. Now, don't worry about the bells, because I don't think you're going to need them much. I'll just say it, and I'll go like that, and y'all tell me what you think, okay? Remember, if it's not a true statement, you go, eh. Okay, like, for example, Bill's former name was Beatrice before he had a sex change. Well, we know that's not... Right. That's good, you got it down, but let's kind of keep it together. Here we start, this is for real. All right, let's be very objective, but like I said, you don't need to know. All right. Diane has said on numerous times that Bill is a pleasure and a perfect delight to have around the house. You guys are... I love you. Number 2. All right, number 2. Okay, that's good. Let's just, you know, look. And oh, excuse me. And I know for you over-exuberant guys, there are degrees of the bell, like a buzzer, like if you want to go a little bit more. All right, number 2. Bill is a very good listener. Number 3. Bill never talks when someone else is talking. Now this is 2 parts, so give me a chance to. Now, Bill is a slow eater. Therefore, no, 2 parts. Therefore, he never talks with his mouth full. Number 5. When Bill repeats a story, he always gets his facts straight. Number 6. Bill is a workaholic. Number 7. Bill has never been stopped for road rage. Number 8.
What's this?
Number 8. This is my favorite. Number 8. Bill has never been overly concerned with his lips and ears. This is one of my all-time favorites. Bill never pouts. Oh no. Bill never pouts. We can make that number 10, we go 11, 12. Bill never pouts and gets in a funk when denied sex by his wife. And let's give him a bell. Bill loves his family and is very good to his friends. My final thing, I guess mostly in movies and stuff, you associate words and people saying things to certain people. Like, for example, like Tarzan, like goes, oh, like when he wants to call Jane to come over to his tree hut and like, like the guy's all jacked up and stuff. Then you got like, famous things like you got in the movie Shane. You remember when Alan Ladd was riding off, he was all bloody, and what was his name? Brandon DeWild was sitting there and he said, Shane, come back, Shane, come back. And then there was Forrest Gump, and Forrest Gump had the braces on, and he was being chased down by all the rednecks, and little Jenny, his girlfriend, said, run, Forrest, run, Forrest. And then there, of course, is our all-time favorite, the Lone Ranger. What I'm getting at is this. Bill's got his word. He's got his name. This is something Bill probably gets up in the morning saying, goes to bed at night saying. This is his whole lifeline to life. This is, when he uses this, it's to get his socks. It's to feed him. It's just his breath. It's his whole life. And this is not a big word. This is not a big name. It's a one-syllable name. It's got 2 consonants. No, excuse me, it's got a consonant and a vowel. Boy, when he says it, he means it. You know what it is. Die! 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 All day he just calls, die! Die! Get my socks! Die! Well, Bill, happy birthday. I enjoyed it. Thanks a lot. You guys are great.
You know some things about Bill that a lot of us don't know. Well, we're going to have a little change of pace here now, folks. We'll have some speeches and that kind of thing, but right now we are going to entertain you with the German lady Marlene Warner. You're going to come out. You ain't seen nothing yet,
Love's always been my game.
Now I think we'll drop back into the more somber mode. And the next two folks that are coming up have really known Bill very, very long time as neighbors. The first one is going to be Leonard Joyce. And he has prepared a little something. And if you all have had any doubts in your mind that this man is not the great grandnephew of the great Irish writer and bard, James Joyce, then you're going to have no doubts after you hear this.
Well, to paraphrase Rocky Graziano, somebody up there hates me for making me follow these two guys.
That was a guy?
Yeah, I really think the second guy was a guy.
So did Billy.
I hope I have this memorized because I can't see a thing. This is a little poem. There we go. This is a poem and it has a title and a subtitle. The title is A Very Brief History of Charles William Blomquist. The subtitle is On the Occasion of Completing His 60th Year at Tides Lodge, Virginia. And it goes like this. Bill was born in Kansas City, Kansas, the oldest of four, the son of Chuck and Eileen, who decided no more. Fate brought Bill east, and he graduated from Walter Johnson High. Played basketball there, and was an all-around guy. Then he went to College Park with his sweetheart, Diane Jerome, where he learned about banking and how to mortgage a home. He was a checker at the Grand Union Supermarket when he married Diane. He needed the money, and it helped make him a man. At first, things were tough, but Bill worked like hell. And as we all know, things worked out very well. Within 5 years came Brian, Kristen, and Jay, a real fine crowd. That's enough, said Diane, for crying out loud. Grand Union, the supermarket, went bankrupt. It's gone. But Bill's Grand Union with Diane goes on. Bill played most all sports, both as a team member and a solo. In fact, I can't think of a game he's not played, except polo. There's been slow pitch with Warner, Kelly, Trainer, Sweetie, and more. and skiing in Aspen with both wolves. Wait a second. All right. With both wolves, Khalil, Chase, and DeFore. When Bill sold Colonial, many luxuries came within reach. The most obvious being the Blomquist Castle on the Delaware beach. And while most of the rest of us were working, buying our supplies at Staples, Bill was in Florida, completing the Pink Chateau in Naples. And while the rest of us were doing Wolf Trap and the Kennedy Center and the Ice Follies, Bill and Diane were in Africa on safari with the Raleighs. But enough already. I said this would be brief. I'm running out of words, which is a welcome relief. But in conclusion, I must say that through all these years, Bill's never been a bore. May our merciful God give him many healthy years more.
Good one over in Deerfield and Herb Farm. A close group, but in the millennium year, you know the definition of a neighbor, and that's the guy who lives next door to you, has not talked to you in a year, but he emails a guy in Sri Lanka 3 times a day. But anyhow, we now want to call on Bill Raleigh, who is a neighbor of 30 years. Welcome, Bill.
This is how you dress if you leave your shirt home.
Pants on?
I have no shorts on, that's right. I'm sure many of you believe in the fact that you don't really know a person till you live with them or you work with them. Well, I would like to modify that belief just somewhat and change it to saying you don't really know a person till you live in this neighborhood. Carol and I have lived across from Bill and Diane for 30 years. And the neighbors have asked me to represent them here tonight. They would like me to tell you what it's really like to live next to good neighbor Bill. If you can picture this, you get up in the morning, you shower, you shave, put on your clothes, you take your dog out to pick up the paper, you bend over, you're picking up the paper, you look across the street, and you see this figure come stumbling down his driveway, spitter cold out, no shoes, bare feet, he's got sweatpants on, the shirt's hanging out of his sweatpants, and he has bedhead. What you don't want to do is to wave or say hello. He wants no part of you, and he doesn't care who you are. But, actually, it's gotten much better. Well, he hasn't gotten better, but the scene has gotten better. Now that Bill has reduced his workload, he's been picking up the paper. But before that, Diane had to pick up the paper. So, Diane travels a lot. So when she's not home and Bill was working, he would just write over the paper. He never picked it up. If Diane was out of town for 7 days, Bill would write over the paper 7 days. And if it rained, it would be just one muddle of papers after. But good neighbor Bill, he didn't care, just write over the papers. Now he recycles. Bill always makes a point to reach out to his fellow neighbors. It's a thing of beauty to see. One day, Bill was walking the neighborhood. He doesn't usually do this, but this particular time he was walking the neighborhood, and he saw the man who lives next to us, across the street from him, and he said, "Hi, Joe," and there was no response. Bill was visibly angry. So Carol and I happened to be out in front of our house, and Bill comes back and he said, "You won't believe this, but I just walked by Joe and he said hello to me. He never said hello to me." I said, "Bill, wait a minute. First of all, that's not his name. His name is Dick, and he's lived there 10 years, and you never said hello to him before." Bill's closest friend in the neighborhood is Dan Inouye. Dan is a senator from Hawaii and lives directly next door to Bill and Diane. And those of you who maybe visit the neighborhood, there is always a repair truck out in front of the Blomquist house. They're always doing something. I don't know what they're doing, but they're always doing something. And Dan is very concerned about them doing something that's going to cause a problem for his home. So Dan will call Bill every time there's a truck out there and say, "Bill, what are you doing at your house?" Dan and Bill are so close that he calls Bill Bill, and he has Bill call him Senator. But, you know, the friendship is so tight that Bill does an absolutely marvelous imitation of Dan Inouye doing the backstroke. This is particularly difficult because Dan, unfortunately for him, lost an arm in World War II. He's a heavily decorated veteran. So one night, Carol and I and Pat and John Adams and Diane and Bill were at Old Anglers. And Old Anglers is a marvelous place, very romantic, it's nice and dark. And we were sitting there, we had a pleasant evening, a few drinks, and Bill, for some reason, decided to do his imitation of the senator doing a backstroke. And so if you've ever been in a place, you're upstairs, and we were right in the center of the room, and all these people around us. And Bill, I don't know how he did it, but he did it with one arm, and he hit the guy in the face behind him. But Old Anglers, we've been several times with Diane and Bill, and they love to see Bill come because they know it will be an exciting evening. One night we were there again with Pat and John and Diane and Bill, and we had a nice dinner, everything was quiet. Everyone's staying there. Bill had finished before the rest of us. As John pointed out, Bill is a fast eater. So the waiter made a fateful mistake. Very polite, nice waiter. The room was quiet, very romantic. I said, the waiter comes up and says to Bill, who had finished, the only one who finished, he said, "Sir, did you enjoy your dinner?" Bill looks him in the face and says, "That was the worst piece of shit I ever ate." The whole room went quiet. I don't think we've ever been back there since.
The best thing on the mounting segment. They call it the best thing on anyone. The worst part about most of the stuff is true.
All of this is absolutely the truth. Some of you know Bill well. Perhaps notice that he likes to share things. The neighbors have been sharing a lawn service person. So, and it was going along fine. We had no problems. We've had it for 2 years. Suddenly, now that Bill has reduced his workload, Bill has taken over the management of the lawn care for their home. So, I mean, that's fine with us. We didn't care until now when we talk to the lawn service guy, and we say, can you cut my lawn tomorrow? Or can you do the spring cleanup or fall cleanup? He said, I'm sorry, I have to talk to Mr. Blomquist first. So what are you supposed to think? I think Bill negotiated a first refusal contract with him.
He's never
But I don't want to leave you with the thought that it's not nice living across the street from Bill. I think there are many positive things. For example, I hate to buy a new car. I'm sure some of you guys do too. It's a very unpleasant experience. But I don't worry about it anymore because I just wait, and if I want to preview a new model car, I wait, because Bill will bring it home. And if Bill doesn't like it, he'll trade it in next week. So at least this way, I get to see all the new cars and love to buy them. It's marvelous. The other thing I never have to worry about is for my wife to say to me, why don't you do this around the house like Bill Blomquist does? I never have to worry about that. One day, first time I've seen this in 30 years, Carol said, you've got to see this. So we go up and we look out the front window, and there's Bill leaning over on his knees, hammering something on his mailbox. I've never seen him with a hammer before in 30 years. So Carol and I were aghast. So Carol got a camera and we went out there to take this picture. And we said, Bill, what are you doing? He said, well, this is very critical. The limo company who picks me up when I go on my trips said that if I don't get better numbers on my mailbox, they won't pick me up. The sad thing is, he never took the old numbers off. So now there's two sets of numbers on there. But he's become very handy. In conclusion, I would like to say that the 30 years have been great. We look forward to the next 30 years because I know they'll be even more exciting. Good luck. The good day will go.
I might try to use that same stuff on Tom Madden next week. Now, this gives me the greatest of pleasure to introduce the individual who in this room has known Bill Blomquist the longest of his life. This goes all the way back to kindergarten.
Sandbox.
Sandbox. First love. And you know who that is, and she'll take us back through the years. That's Judy Banikoski.
Not taking it off.
Hey, Judy, don't ovulate.
First of all, Bill, I wore this particularly for you because I know you love feathers. So it's kind of our little secret, and I didn't want to, but I hope that everybody. I wanted to say one thing before I start about that I think is so amazing about John Khalil. A while back, and I don't want to embarrass anybody, but John and Tina were thinking about separating. And I thought probably it was the smartest thing that Tina had ever done. I talked to her about it, and I said, my God, don't go back. But I think it was for the children. I hate to get a laugh on another person's distress, but one of the things I did say to Tina, and I think it's been quoted many times, is that John just keeps getting shorter and balder, and Tina keeps getting prettier. And I think that's true tonight. I'm kind of surprised to see so many people here because I didn't know that many people really like Bill, but they knew the eats would be good. The eats have been good tonight, Bill. They really have. I'm glad that Diane invited me to speak because I have known Bill a long time. As my mother said, we knew Bill when he was poor and had dirty ears. This is true. My mother always said those Bloomquist children have the dirtiest ears. Don't bother with them. And I never let her forget it. She was dead wrong, Bill. She was dead wrong. Exactly. The one thing, and this is going to come as a surprise to everybody tonight, because basically I wanted to save this for a big event so that I could have witnesses, because I felt if I just mentioned this to Bill and to Diane that there wouldn't be enough witnesses. But I wanted to go ahead and let everybody know, because Bill has always lusted after me in a terrible way. Everybody here knows that. We've seen it for years. And to tell you the truth, for all these years we have had a relationship. It's been going on for years, and one of the things that is going to be a shock, but I think, Bill, we need to get it out in the open. You are the father of my children. I'm sorry, Di. I'm sorry. I didn't want to break the little shopper's heart. That probably these children belong to Bill. When we brought the first child home from the hospital, she could not be consoled with a pacifier, but you give her a chapstick and she went crazy. And then I used to try to rub those little babies down in baby oil with cotton balls. They would grab them and just jam them in their ears. Just jam them in their ears. I think it's clear evidence to everybody, and the girls are still doing that. This is a Bloomquist trait. This is not a Hillary Banikowski thing. So our nights together, Bill's and mine, when Diane was on shopping trips, would just be filled with chapsticking and cotton balling. That I'm going to have to talk about this is because now I'm 60 and I don't have any damn money. You know what I mean? So tonight or tomorrow we're going to have to sit down and work out, because I can tell you that the tips at National Parking are not like they've been. I understand that Hillary Banikowski has an enlarged prostate. I tell you the truth, as many people as he slept with, I'm amazed he's not sitting on a pumpkin. So after this little soiree, if you have any money left, we need to get it together. I guess what I really want to say is be a good chap, get it? Now, Diane, when she asked me to do this in May, like she asked everybody else, she wrote to me and told me a few things, and I thought these were kind of cute. I thought I would share them. She had 8 reasons to be nice to Bill. 1, cool pool. 2, cool playhouse. 3, cool hot tub. 5, cool convertible, cool jewelry, but paybacks are hell from Bill. That's what she said. I have a song for Bill. I wrote him a song, and before I sing it, I don't want any asshole to yell out, "You're no Tina Khalil," okay? I know a millionary guy. He'll pass you on the street, but he won't notice you at all. His arrogance, his chapstick face are all a part of our King Bill's entrance. In Glover Park, I loved him as a kid. Bill had the hots for Ellen, and I'd always wish she's dead. His hair so blonde, his eyes so blue. He hadn't made his fortune yet, but at 8, who knew? Bill pays you back for causing him some flack. He'll track you down in heaven. Ralph Miller feels his wrath. He'll always get you back. And so my song is drawing to an end. I'm sure you're pleased. Bill Bloomquist lives 60 years tonight. Let's raise a glass to all those years. Love you. Hillary had the parking concession out front tonight, and he was very miffed that he wasn't asked to come in, so he put a sign out front. I tell you the truth, it's tasteless, but I think that I want to show it to you.
Who's kind of the Wizard of Whoopee. He's got all the good jokes. He's going to close it tonight, and that's Dean Morey.
It always takes me back a little bit to be introduced by Pat Caulfield. Many of us have been in his office. And I don't know, he's a dear friend, but there's something about the tip jar that's out in the waiting room. Pat's an orthopedic surgeon, but he thought flatulence was the vehicle they sent to you when you've been run over by a steamroller. Well, I knew it was going to be a fun night tonight, because during that cocktail hour, I observed several things. I saw Trish Blomquist run up to Mo Dufour and say, "Hi, Mr. Dufour, don't you look handsome? Give me a hug." And she got it. And she said, "You smell great. What do you got on?" And he said, "Clean socks." Right out this door here. And I couldn't help but notice him going, "Operator, can you trace this call and tell me where I'm at?" I also saw an awfully nice man, I don't know who he was, talking to a very attractive gal, saying, "How many drinks does it take you to make you woozy?" And she went, "About 5, and don't call me woozy." I noticed, Bill, most of your guests here and in this room are all on the Irish liquid diet. That's Slim Fast and Bailey's. You take 3 shakes a day and you're ready for the Betty Ford Clinic and a liver transplant. I don't think Bill could have been more surprised at this tonight unless Damien gave you the money he's owed you for the last 10 years. I see many familiar faces out there. I see a wonderful man who is a trustee at the State University. I see another man who's the trustee from the State Penitentiary. I see a police reporter. He reports to the police once a month. And a man that sent 5 young men to college, all sons of his bookmaker. So, this is the night of needles, barbs, skewers, digs, and prigs. Excuse me. I didn't want to use that word. Innuendo. Bill Blomquist told me the first time he heard the word innuendo, he thought it was an Italian suppository. It's a night to celebrate and honor a respected and dear friend on his 60th birthday. Bill, we've been 35 years very close friends, and there's a reason for that. Mostly bad luck. What do you give a man who has everything? And of course the answer is penicillin. But tonight we're going to give you a lot of anxiety, pals. I tell these folks a lot about things that I don't think they know. Bill, you're bright, witty, intelligent, and attractive, but most of all, you're breathing. Bill wasn't always successful like he is today. I remember when he was selling candy on the streets of Kensington. Then Candy died. Bill worked in a bloomer factory pulling down 50 a week and invested and got into toilet paper and revolving doors. He lost an awful lot of money because he got wiped out before he could turn around. You made a success, Bill, of everything you've tried since those early years. I go back to Metropolitan Mortgage, Virginia Mortgage, then your own Colonial Mortgage, consulting, then the big job at Perpetual, and another big job in North America. And then now you're in semi-retirement. Bill was asked at a board meeting at Perpetual one time, they looked at him and said, Bill, we need some more branches. Now where can we put these branches? He said, I think we ought to put them in Buffalo, Binghamton, Bath, Rome, Keuka, Elmira, Utica, Bloomfield, Mountain Station, Convent, Chatham, Denville, Dover, Summit, Short Hills, Morristown, Morris Plain, Philadelphia, Broad Street, Wayne, Narberth, Lower Merion, Pottstown, Allentown, Johnstown, Steelton, Newton, Nepcon, Baltimore, Silver Spring, Arlington, and Occoquan. His dreams that he didn't pursue, though, were pretty fascinating, and I would like you to know about. Bill would have given anything to fight wars, organize orgies, run governments, discover movie stars, quell uprising, do underwater demolition. I think he would have been terrific at that. He would like to have emptied bars, started revolutions, tamed tigers, tapped telephones, trapped power monkeys in Costa Rica. He even wanted to be trisexual so he could try anything. He wanted to write bestsellers, arrange abortions, verify vasectomies, interpret Chinese, and plot assassinations. He invested heavily in bongo drums, racing form, rugby balls, anvil irons, athletic supporters, whiskey, hammer, enema bag, nails, fly paper, land in Fiji, and exotic musical instruments like the zither, xylophone, and harpsichord. Bill knows a great deal because of all of his association with doctor friends. He knows a lot about asthma, blushing, flushing, foot and heel pain, gastritis, gingivitis, gout, gallstones, herpes, hiccups, hemorrhoids, insomnia, impotence, jaundice, kinky, sex, and funny uncles. This man knows it all. He is insane. Bill never forgot the day he got married, but God knows he tried. It was Bill Blomquist that sex is a normal body function, much like having a stroke. Bill tried to drown his troubles last summer at Rehoboth, but he couldn't get Diane in the water. Someone said the trouble in their marriage always started right from the beginning when Bill wanted to be in the wedding picture. Bill married Miss Wright, he just didn't know her first name was always. There's a part of Bill that in a tuxedo looks so much like the little man you see on the wedding cake. Diane asked Bill the other day, she said, why don't you play golf with Damien Dufour as much as you used to? And he said, Diane, would you want to play with a guy that fudges on the scorecard, moves the ball on the sand trap, fools around with it in the rough? She said, I should say not. He said, well, neither does Damien. I've come to the conclusion, folks, that everything Bill has is either dried up or leaky. It was Bill Blomquist that told us Moosehead is a beer in Canada, but in West Virginia it's a felony. Someone said that Bill Some people we know drink from the fountain of knowledge. Bill only gargled. Bill told me once, he said, Dean, you know, condoms aren't completely safe. I know a guy was wearing one time, got hit by a bus. Not many of you know Bill started a fast breast enlargement franchise called Jiffy Boo. Bill was in Scouts with Gene Kelly. Can't you see the two of them by the fire in their shorts, roasting their weenies and warming their buns? One of the kids asked Bill years ago, was it all right to have sexual relations before receiving communion? Bill said, as long as you don't block the eye. Bill went to a costume party one night, came down the stairs, stark naked in a pair of roller skates. Diane said, what in the hell are you doing? He said, I'm going as a pull toy. I was with Bill down in Naples one night. We had played golf. We had drank too much. It was late. We all fell into bed, and Bill was my roomie, and I just had started to get ready to go to sleep, and I hear this voice in the bed next to me. Dean, yes? Why do women love horses? You know, at 2:30, you just get hit with that. I said, Bill, I don't know. He said, well, you know, they're big, smelly, dirty, stupid, and go to the bathroom all over the place. And yet he said, you know, women are just so damn critical when men exhibit these same qualities. Bill has shown a real interest in plants, Diane was telling me, and I noticed tonight he's out there talking to a potted palm, saying, do you come here often? Bill was thrown out of ballet school when he was a little boy for pulling a groin muscle, and it wasn't his. Tell me he was a very ugly child. They had to put a pork chop around his neck to get the dog to play with him. It was Bill Blomquist that told us you could always tell when your house was robbed by Korean burglars. You come home and all the kids' homework is done, the dog's missing. Bill said he's just so appreciative that God gave man the 10 Commandments, because he said if you give it to a woman like Diane, she would have said, I know that's what he said, but that's not what he meant. Kids were shocked when Diane said she bought a see-through nightie for this weekend. And she said, oh, for God's sake, at Dad's age, he can't see through it anyway. The kids used to flip a coin to see who would kiss him goodnight. And this Thanksgiving is a very special one for Bill because he doesn't have to sit at the card table with the grandkids. So Billy, I wanted to tell you on this wonderful occasion, there's a miracle of friendship that dwells within the heart. And you don't know how it happens or where it gets its start. But the happiness it brings you always gives a special lift when you realize that friendship is God's most perfect gift. Happy birthday to you.
little sleepyhead. It's almost 10 o'clock, my precious. Yes, I brought you a little something to get your day started.
Di, what time did you say it was?
10 o'clock.
Why so early this morning?
Well, I thought you might want to get a nice early start on your day. Get a little jump start. Here, I brought
where's
you
my
something
newspaper?
special. Oh, don't worry, sweet one. Great one. I'll go get
Di,
it.
Di, this is wonderful.
Thank you. It's just a little something.
You know I can't eat this. I'm on the Atkins diet. I can't eat that.
Oh, I'm so sorry, my precious.
Oh, Di, this
sorry
is
about
wonderful.
that. Oh, good. I'm
Do you
glad
have any
like
cream?
It. Yes, I can bring the. I'll bring the cream with your paper. Oh, great one.
Thank you, Di. You're
Yes.
wonderful. Thank you. You know I can eat all the eggs I want. More eggs.
More eggs?
More sausage.
A couple of sausages.
Excellent. Thank you, Di. You're wonderful.
Yes, thank you, my friend.
I love you, lambs. Oh, these are great. Are these fresh? These are great. Get these in the market? Oh, Di, this is great. Our options are up. Our real estate investment trusts are up. Cisco is up. IBM. This is wonderful. We're making lots of money, Di. All right, Daphne, we need another pick today. What's it going to be? This is very important. We need to make money. Remember, I've got lots of bills, lots of club memberships. We have to pay these memberships. Now, which stock is it going to be? Get me George, please. This is very important. I need to put in a trade. Yeah. 800,000 shares of StarKist. I know, George, but I got a real big inside word on this one. It's going to be big. Yeah. I can't say who the source is, but it's really big. All right. Just call with the confirmation. Good. StarKist, dude.
Morning, Millard. Morning, Fitz. Good morning. Good morning, Billy. I'm glad you're able to come. Well, I guess it's time.
Hey, morning, guys. How you doing? How's everybody? How y'all doing? Things going well? Let's see you. How you doing?
How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. Listen, everybody, hold my calls for my appointments. We got a very important session today with these guys. The session topic is how to be a sensitive male in the new millennium.
Okay. Hey, look, you have a good session here. Good session, guys. Okay. See you later.
Abby, Lily, will you come in here for a minute, please? I need a favor. Hi, I'm very busy. Would you two go get those things on, you know, the things I'm talking about downstairs? Will you?
What things?
You know the things. The things.
What?
They're on the thing downstairs. Will you just go do it? Thank you. I'm very busy.
Here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's exactly what I wanted. Now, will you please leave me alone? Go find Mimi. I'm very busy.
Okay, Grandpa.
No, that's all wrong. You're not tucking in your knees.
What?
You're not tucking in your knees. You're not doing it right. I'd like to show you myself. This is the way you do a cannon.
Yep, exactly where they were.
Good morning. Oh, Lucas, how are you? I'm fine.
Are you here for your 50th shirt today?
I'm here for my 50th short, yes. Over this way?
All right, there, sir. Yes, those are the new items we just received.
I'll take 4 of these, 3 of these, 2 pinks, 2 reds today, and I'll take 1 in each color and small for my grandchildren. Dale? Yes? The clubs I bought last week, just not hitting them well. I'm looking for maybe a better set. What's the best set you've got?
Okay, we've got just what you need right over here. They're about $130 a piece. You throw in one of these drivers, about $500.
Yeah, that's enough. I don't need to pay anymore. I'd like 3 sets of those. Okay. If you've got them in stock, I'd like 1 set to my house in Florida, 1 set to my house in Rehoboth, and then have one in the baggage area here.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you very much.
Pack them up. Well, I'm ready for you.
You know my number. Thank you.
All right.
Chris, I need you to call your dad right away. Tell him to come in. It's an emergency. The Redskins scored a lot of touchdowns yesterday. We're very busy. I need him to get here as soon as he can. Tell him he's going to make lots of money tonight and that there won't be any problems. So let him know. Thanks.
Di, can you get that? Hello.
Hey Dad, it's Kristen. I'm sorry to bother you right now, I know. But Eddie really needs you to help him out at Domino's.
Eddie wants me to do what? He's short-staffed? Work for Domino's? Doing what? Delivering pizzas? Mm-hmm. Well, I have some questions.
No benefits. Minimum wage plus tips.
Tips? I've got to give you 20% of the tips? How about 15? 15% of the tips? So the deal's this.
No, Eddie's the CEO. They don't need another CEO. Can you just please come over and help us?
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll do it. I'll be there tomorrow. Okay. Okay, bye. Di! Do you know where my Domino's uniform is? Here it is. Never mind, I got it.
Hey, Eddie.
Hey, Bill, thanks a lot for coming in. Really could use your help tonight. I appreciate it. Come on in, start taking some people's orders and helping us make some pizzas.
Can I make more money delivering?
Don't worry about that. We'll take care of you. You're going to make plenty of money here.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. When the world...
Hey, Bill, can you help the customer, please? Stop eating the pizza. Just help the customer, please.
Welcome to Domino's. Can I take your order?
Yeah, I want to get a pizza. What size do you have?
We've got small, we've got large, we've got... what you want is peppers and onions, okay?
Okay.
Peppers and onions.
Okay, but I want pepperoni.
No. Peppers and onions, I said.
Peppers and onions. So, what about, can I get pepperoni?
No. You want is peppers and onions, okay? 1 large peppers and onions coming up.
Bill, would you mind washing all these dishes for me real quick?
Eddie, I don't do dishes.
Well, Bill, you are getting paid.
Not enough for that.
You're not a CEO anymore, Bill.
Where's Diane? Di!
Hi.
saint.
Mary Jo Joyce lives here. Okay. First house, first delivery. Here it goes.
Well, oh my God, Bill, what the hell are you doing here?
Well, Mary Jo, I'm delivering your pizza. You gotta be kidding. Well, you know, Di and I are trying to make a little extra money and everything helps, and I'm trying to keep it coming in.
Oh my God, Bill. Jeez. All right. This is your job?
Well, I need benefits, and, you know, Di and I are having some troubles with our health, and they offered me benefits, so.
Oh my God.
Anyway, it's $10 for the pizza.
Okay.
And I gotta get to another house, so I'm kind of on a...
Oh God, Bill.
Yeah,
Can you come in, or can I bring you
my
some food
son-in-law
or something?
Ed. My son-in-law Ed's got me on a pretty strict schedule, so I really got to get to the next house. You know, it's 30 minutes or less.
Okay, okay. Hold on a minute. Hold on, Bill. Hold on. Okay.
$10. Thank you, Mary Jo.
Now here's something for you.
A quarter.
I hope it's okay.
That's great, Mary Jo.
And
This
just-
means a lot to Di and I. We're gonna
Okay.
save these, and it really means a lot.
Well, listen, if you need anything else, just give me a call.
Okay.
God bless you,
Thank you.
sweetheart.
Thank you, Mary Jo.
Take
You've
it
always
easy.
been there for us.
Take it easy. Give Diane my best.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Oh, dear God. Bill, Leonard's here. He's not doing anything. You know, he's just not doing anything anymore anyway. Maybe you could, maybe the two of you could really work. Maybe he could help you out, okay?
Okay, I'll tell my son-in-law.
I'm gonna tell him.
Okay, I'll try to get him a job.
Okay, Bill. Take
All right,
it
Mary
easy.
Jo.
I'll call you.
Thanks for the quarter.